You are here to change your lives. Japa and I are going to talk a little bit about how our lives changed, how our journey began. Then we're going to talk to you about a little bit again. In fact, we're going to talk about the truth of our success. And the truth behind our success is neither Japa nor I could have done this without our army behind us. We began as partners, as brothers. Then we went on to commit to a team.
Well, the partnership didn't happen right away. It took some time because there's some resistance on my part. And I didn't realize that Dato was actually setting me up to be a partner. I don't know if he wanted me to be a partner, but it just happened. All I'm saying, it took, I would say, 6 months. There was really a work.
You guys really want to hear the story or what? Very old story, told many times over, but for us, it's special because we're sharing it with you for the first time.
There was a lot of work that Vijay, can I call you Vijay, sir? Yeah.
After 21 years, he can call me anything.
So there was a lot of working on Vijay's part because he was the upline. I didn't know he was trying to recruit me. But it didn't appear that way.
That's the best way to recruit.
In fact, I was running away from him because my friend wanted to sign me up and he was the upline. So I know he was one networker and I didn't want to sell soap or shampoo. At that time, they have a lot of products.
I mean, who would sell him shampoo? Think about it.
But, if you're a good networker, I sold shampoo when he recruited me. And I was able to sell it.
True, that is true.
Anyway, it took 6 months of eating in my house, making chapati for him, some sambar, dosa, idli.
He fed me for 6 months, I'm feeding him now for 21 years.
But see, that time I was wondering when the big presentation would come. It never came. In fact, even today, I scratch my head how he recruited me because he never showed me a single plan. There was no presentation that took place. But yet, he recruited me to join him. So how did that happen, Vijay?
The best place to do a presentation, to make a plan. Some people like to use napkins and pieces of paper, blackboard, this, that, and that. Are you with me?
Yes!
Me, I just do it here. If he reads this, then what use is a piece of paper? I have always believed in recruiting from the heart. And what is 6 months? I would have waited another 6 months for him if he only knew.
So finally, when I decided to join him for I don't know what reason, because all he did was ask me questions that I couldn't answer myself. So every night I could not go to sleep because those questions that he posted on my head. So after that, I decided, hey, let me join this person. And I had to learn the plan. I had to learn the plan so I could actually sign up.
At least one of us got to know the plan first, no?
Then of course, Madame Uma is the one who showed me the specifics of how the plan works. And that's how we started. But see, what's so interesting is that I was the one chasing him every single day on what to do. I know today you chase your downlines. True?
Yes.
Most of you chase your downlines, like trying to sign them up. But with our relationship with Vijay, I remember I was the one who was chasing him. In fact, when I wanted the presentation, I had to go to his house.
Well, the very first presentation happened when both of us were sitting in a sauna. No piece of paper was available. Because he started by actually asking questions. Because he saw how excited I was and how excited a lot of the friends and family that he knew. Because he was worth waiting for. Are you with me? But when he saw the excitement, after a while he sits in front of me, and of all places in a sauna. It's not like you can prepare anything in a sauna, no? So in a sauna he says, okay, explain the business to me. So how do you explain the business? I said, what business? Of
Actually,
course.
he forgot, but he told me, I don't think you're gonna like this business.
Ah, yes.
So I got more curious. He said, this is not for you. So I got more curious. I forced myself to join, wherein I brought in the check to pay, and still he would not accept it because he's saying it's not for me. So it was, looking back right now, it was, most of us would force people to sign up, would rush. Our interest would be on that first check payment. But I remember when Vijay was signing me up, he was not interested in my check. I felt he was really looking for a long-term relationship. I felt that he's in for the long term, not a short term. So I felt that he's not there to cheat me of something or lie to me, because he's looking at a long-term relationship. And that's where he got my confidence, despite my reluctancy, despite my hearing of negative news about networking or pyramiding, MLM and all of those negative things. I joined not because of the company, not because of MLM. I joined because I believed in him.
And I was not interested in signing up, per se. Signing him up was something that could wait. What was more important is that I was interested in finding a partner. And a partner that I wanted for life. The best way to build a business is to find people that you can trust, that you can work with. Build that. He became family first, and then he became downline.
And after I signed up, I started noticing that he was not doing anything. I was doing all the work of signing people up. And so So I thought at that time I was a better presenter. I told myself, I'm gonna be a better upline than my upline. Because my upline didn't show me the plan, so I showed the plan to each and every person I meet. Okay, every day I would be doing presentation, not like him. Okay, I even got I had to dust his old projector so I can really do a very amazing presentation. And I was doing it 7 days a week, every single day. So I thought I was doing the right thing by becoming a better upline. What I realized after 6 months, I went back to him crying because the 7,000 people that came, okay, disappeared when there were new companies that came in. So I told Vijay, I lost my downlines. He said, they were never yours. Because he said, you failed, I keep on. He kept on telling me, Japa, you gotta duplicate. You're doing it wrong, you gotta duplicate. And I was saying, duplicate. I was doing it right. I have 7,000 downlines. I was doing presentation every day. How could I be wrong? That was a difficult lesson for me, Vijay.
Before he started on the very first presentation, there's a little tale that must be told. Very important one. So, basically, I did a few presentations for him, at least part way. So he was always wait for me to do the closing. Are you with me?
Yes.
So that was very important. I should be there to do the closing. So, initially, I started coming a little late, which is traditional.
It was the first presentation, he already came late. The first one, I remember.
So that he would start first. He had no choice, no? He had brought all the people there, so he had to start. But then came crunch time. Because duplication is very important. Are you with me? Yes. Are you with me? Yes. So comes crunch time. And came one day, and he calls me. Presentation was probably about 7 or something like that. At 7:15, I was getting into my bath. So he calls me, and I put the tap on, put the phone next, to the tap. Those days, these Motorola big phones, you put it there. I said, raining heavily down here, man. What can I do? So I said, why don't you start first and then I will come. So he started, I went into my bath, put on my favorite music, I was reading happily. Half an hour later, Vijay, you have to be here, we have to close. I'm on my way. Can you hear the rain? It's still very bad. So then he started pushing you're going to be here 5 minutes, 10 minutes? I said, 5 minutes I'll be there, don't worry. And for 5 minutes later he calls me. Then 2 minutes later he calls me continuously. I said, I'm coming, don't worry. Eventually I got there, everybody had gone home, but he had done his first closing all by himself.
So my lesson that day, don't depend on your upline. The first day must be independent. You must be like a horse. As soon as you're born, you're running. Because your upline would never be there most of the time. At least the best uplines would not baby you and somehow show you every day. Then you would never learn.
Which is true. So our journey began together 21 years ago. And we had many, many challenges along the way. But since we were brothers first, and since we were partners first, every challenge we dealt together. And that became our simple philosophy. That whatever we do together. Because together, everyone achieves more. Which is essentially the words for team, right? T-E-A-M, together, everyone achieves more. And Japa learned the art of recruiting properly, which means basically leaving them to close on their own. And that was the trick. We built other people exactly like us. And today, we are into countries right across the globe. There are virtually no places that we can go that we will not find an IR somewhere. It's amazing. You have a family that stretches across the planet. And the planet is your family. So every time we had challenges with each other, our journey together became all that more exciting. And today, we're still looking here, and still I'm saying to him as we walked up just now, I say, it's 21 years.
The babies born 21 years ago, they're ready for picking right now. I always thought before that there would be some saturation period, but it would never happen.
Saturation happened when each and every one of you sitting here today start to have and achieve your own dreams. When you have your own island or yacht or whatever it is that turns you on. A dream must not just end in your head. You must be able to walk into it. You must be able to drive it. You must be able to live in it. You must be able to do something with it. It has to leave the head and hit reality. And that journey is what we are beginning over the next few days. Are you with me? Yes. So let's have one or two ground rules. Japa used to write a lot of notes when we first began. He was a very good, very disciplined student, so he loves to write down these notes. Like a lot of you are doing, I can see a lot of notepads here and there. Are you with me? Yes. I can already imagine that, when you're having some kind of crisis out there, when a problem hits you, what are you going to do? Go run and look for your notepad? Where did I leave it, Baba? I better look for it. He said something the other day, This is not an examination, this is life. If it's not here, it's of no use to you. If you're sitting here writing notes, you are sitting here so you can go back and teach it to someone. You cannot teach it to anyone. You have to live it. When you live it, that's how they learn. Monkey see, monkey do. First rule. First rule, monkey see,